Well, hello. What's up, everybody? It's your boy, the Sauce Boss, and I'm here with Over the Top, and I've got some buddies here with me today. We're going to be talking about a couple different things. John Cable. John, how are you doing?
I'm doing well, doing well. It's good to be here.
It's good to have you back, John. I missed you. I went on vacation, and if it, let's see, how do I say this? Um, I thought enough about you guys during my breakfast that I sent you a picture of just where I was because I wanted you guys to be there with me. I wanted to feel like
I wanted to be there absolutely.
yeah, no, it's a good time. You got to unplug, you got to recharge, you got to get away sometime. So I hope everybody out there in the chat is had a nice spring break and is back in the saddle and ready to get things going again. We got a lot of big things on the horizon here, and we're going to jump into one of those things. It has kind of felt like the EFED world has kind of fallen apart the last couple weeks, and I'll elaborate on that. But and I'm going to introduce Chris Page in a minute here, but I think he stepped away from the mic.
He did. That's correct.
So as soon as he comes back, we'll get him tagged in as well. Let's see. Yep. Okay, so what I'm talking about is Splat TV. And John, I don't know if you've been following this or not, but they put out an announcement on April 3rd. And how involved have you been with Splat TV or the Splat network, I should say, in
So I have submitted twice to be a part of things that have already been booked and filled out, and I've been on a waiting list to do things, and now it looks like it won't be a thing. So I have been completely uninvolved in Splat Network.
Yeah, no, it's a bit of a disappointment for everybody who's signed up to be in one of these shows. I had a movie that I was supposed to be involved in later this year. I guess it's still going to happen, although there's not going to be any content that's created around it. But you have to respect the creator because I don't know the handler. I don't know what characters they handle, but the pure amount of content that they've been doing over the last 2 years at least has been staggering. Not only are they doing the Splat Network, all the movies, these super shows, but they also have the Roller Derby League that they have going.
Mhm.
They have the Quantum MMA League, which has been going. And while they're not for everybody, there are people who love it and still follow those two products. So it's a sad day because you're not just losing one brand or one franchise here. You're losing three different ones at the same time.
Yeah, multiple platforms that people were utilizing. Yeah, it sucks.
Yeah. So the reason that we're talking about Splat today is they do have a super show coming up, and that is the Calamity Chamber. I know some of the folks here in the chat tuned in just to hear more about this card, and I'll have to follow up with some message. I see Goth is in the chat. He's going to dip out for a minute.
He's going 99. We love you, Goth.
Yeah, there are a few big matches here, but before we get there, I want to introduce the third leg of the tripod here, the glorious Las Vegas Blackjack, Chris Page. Chris, how we doing?
Buddy, I'm better. I'm getting some food in my belly. I'm gonna be okay.
There we go.
Yay!
Okay, so before I was so rudely interrupted, Chris, I was talking about the Splat Network and your buddies with the folks over there at Splat. I mean, can you tell us a little bit about your experience with them?
I've had nothing but a good time with them. Anytime I've worked with them, I think it started with Vaughn and I. We did their Gemini tag team tournament that was It seemed like it went on for 3 or 4 weeks. We had so much fun just tweeting about that. Um, I did I got a multiversal title shot at Terra's last show. Had fun with that. Straight up, it was like needed a challenger, and or it was like a last minute replacement, and I just sent him a message. I was like, bro, use me how you need to use me. It doesn't matter. And then
Don't say it like that.
he had me had my character do a film, which was to me that's an honor. You're somebody's working with your character and it's giving you character development to work off of. This is like I'm torn on this because I really love content driven stuff, and to me it sucks that this is part of this is going away. But I also know that I think he's going to be sticking around and doing more scripts related stuff. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong. But it's sad. It's a sad day.
It is. What's nice about creators like this is that they make content that spans across every federation and even into realms of folks who maybe aren't in wrestling. Just creative writers and role players who just want to be a part of something. So it stinks to see somebody just decide that they would rather have more real
Free
world time.
What?
Yeah.
What's free time? But while it does stink, it does leave space open for other content creators to fill in the voids and make something new out of it.
Well, there's absolutely a void right now there for another creator who would want to pick up this type of content, release some type of network, or do some type of film studio. I know that Todrick has been involved with the Moments in Life Network and has done some of that work. I think Thaddeus Duke had his own film network at one point.
New Breed Foundation also is opening up a film branch.
Oh, nice. So it would be nice to see one of these faceted companies just pop up just to do promotional content. I know that was kind of the inspiration for what I had done with This Is Awesome. I think those guys probably did it better, and I've certainly reeled that in a bit with the culmination of Over the Top and what we're doing here. So this one hit me in the feels a little bit. When I'm on vacation, I hear Splat TV's checking out, and earlier than they originally anticipated. So that just makes this event even more important. The Calamity Chamber. Are you guys involved in this card?
Not I.
No, sir.
Well, I'm double involved, and I'll tell you exactly how I'm involved. First of all, we've got this. What do we call it? It's a chamber match. They had a great graphic for it. I got to find the damn thing. But it's a 50-person match with 4 rings inside a cage. And they have drawn from everywhere to fill these slots. They have 50 participants now. And I'm never going to get to the damn graphic. It's
all the way at the bottom.
It is. It's all the way down there. I think it's right before they announce my character as a participant in that match. And this is one of my alt characters, a Ms. Cherry Cola, going to be making her wrestling debut in that match.
I love it.
That's so crazy.
And we're just gonna scroll forever. Well, there's Cherry. Oh. Okay. Well, we may never get there. J Mont's ugly mug is in there. So the context of the match is that the results are randomized. There's no role playing. There's no way you can judge 50 role plays in a match. It's just unreasonable. So it's going to be random, but I think they're going to give you a bump if you help promote the event. And the winner gets $5 million with a future shot at a championship belt. I don't know. That's in the fine print that may be subject to change, but you get the idea. Damn, they have a very active Twitter page.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of stuff going on.
But there it is right there. But they created a graphic for every single participant. 50 of these graphics. They put this out, and here's the graphic of what the match looks like. You've got a 16-foot high steel chamber, so that means it's enclosed. I guess it's a dome, and you have the 4 rings. I believe it's elimination by pinfall, submission, or knockout. I don't think it's an over the top battle royal. Oh well, I'll never find it. So there you have it. That's the 50-person match, and good on them for attempting it. I told them I would never attempt such a thing. And writing it is, if he hasn't started writing it now, if they haven't started writing it now for a May 28th release date, they're probably not going to finish writing the match because holy cow, 50 people? I don't know what to do. So that's match number 1.
Huge undertaking.
Have you ever seen a match that big before in e-fetting?
No.
Absolutely. I've been doing this 20 plus years. I've never seen 50 plus people involved in one single match. No, I haven't.
Now, this is a throwback to the World War III matches in WCW, which were just a real cluster shit, right? But boy, they were fun to watch as a high schooler, right? Because it was just chaos. But as a worker and as a booker, I mean, it had to be horrible. I mean, they couldn't get cameras on anybody. They couldn't commentate the damn thing. I think Bobby Heenan tried to quit in one of the matches because it was just such bullshit. That was a 60-man match in WCW. So this is 50, and I would argue to say that this is probably going to be ran more effectively.
I think the biggest match I've ever seen in e-fetting was like 30 people. And that was a clusterfuck.
Yep. So somewhere in here is the announcement for the other match, and I'll never find the graphic, so I'll just go ahead and hop over to the wheel here. We've got these 5 fine gentlemen who are competing for the This Is Awesome Men's Championship belt. And if I was a smart man, I would have preloaded a graphic of what that belt looks like, but I am not. So here's how the match is going to work. Let's drag. There we go. What we've got is 5 corners here. And depending on which color you draw, so let's say, John, let's say you're in the match, you draw the red card. As soon as the gold player and the blue player are eliminated, the red player wins the match. Does that make sense?
Yep.
So here's where it gets tricky. Let's say the gold wrestler is eliminated and then the black wrestler is eliminated.
That means that...
Then it gets really tricky because if the blue one gets eliminated next, then both the green and the red win. You have 2 winners of the match. If the green one gets eliminated next, then nobody wins. Then it's just down to red and blue, and they have a 1v1 to see who wins. So there are a couple possible outcomes here. We could have co-champions after the match is over. I know it's very complicated, which is why the graphic is necessary. And why some people have called this a pentagram match. Not a pentagram. It's a star. Thank you very much. We're calling it the 5-star match. And because it's a star, there are 5 people in it, and it's going to be a banger of a match. So that's the premise. What do you guys think about that?
I would just call it the MTG Simulator, but that's me.
Yeah, yes, it was inspired by Magic the Gathering. I'm glad you get the reference, John. I know some of the weebs out there will get it as well.
Nerd alert!
That's right. That's right. We can.
Did you run the same kind of concept at one of the super shows to crown the women's champion? So
that's right. Same match at the DPI. We crowned the women's champion. Jessie Lee won the women's championship belt. She just eked out a victory over Selena Frost, and she had to cheat to do it. Some brass knuckles were involved there. They were supposed to run it back at Ravenstock, but I haven't seen the match card. So if that match card gets released pretty soon here, you're going to see Jessie Lee taking on Selena Frost for the TIA Women's Championship. If not, we'll book that match later on. Okay, so I think we should go ahead and spin these corners here and see who gets which color.
Let's go.
So I've got the wheel here. I've got the pretty pictures of our wrestlers. You'll have to pardon the puke green and yellow color. I couldn't figure out how to change that on this website. But we're going to spin here and
be more concerned with the turd brown that you have on there, but that's just me.
Where's the turd brown? Which is this showing up brown?
I mean, yeah, kind of mustard.
Yeah, no, this is a golden yellow mustard. This is. I
like
apologize.
Yes. Who's hungry?
All right, so
not now.
Let's go ahead and spin the gold corner first. So we're gonna spin this, and I haven't tried this, but let's see if this works. There we go.
Some bitch, look at us. We did something right.
That's right. So our good friend Goth. Oh, look at that! You get an animation and a song. That's something else. All right. So we're gonna pop Goth's name in there, and Goth just left the chat. So somebody tell him to come back in the room real quick.
Goth is gold.
Generate. No. Done. Oh, sorry, Goth. We gotta take Goth out. Goth.
Oh, you son of a bitch! How dare you?
Okay. Next corner is going to be the blue corner. So this would be an ally to Goth, right? Goth needs to make sure this person does not get eliminated. They're going to be quasi-allies in the match. Ricky Rodriguez, former CCPE member, to go along with Goth, current CCPE member. So
Could be a nice alignment at least.
Very incestuous business. Everybody has worked for Chris
at
one point.
You said it.
His name
You got it, man. You got it. What can I say?
Yeah, even John's worked for Chris.
Everybody's had a piece of your ass, Chris. It's fantastic.
It's a glorious thing. What can I say?
Ah, there we go. I did it right that time. Okay.
Congratulations.
I'm proud of you.
This is going to be the black corner, or the gray corner, the silver corner, whatever you want to call it. Tempest.
No,
Tempest is one of our writers from UGWC. I should add that all 5 of these participants are going to be in the World Series of Wrestling later this year. It is a challenge-style show, similar to MTV's The Challenge or Big Brother or The Biggest Loser. It's going to be a show in that same vein of thinking. It's going to be very light on the wrestling, very heavy on the role-playing, so I think everybody's going to have a blast with it. And Tempest is going to be something unique in that competition. So I'm certainly happy to have somebody represented from UGWC. The goal was to get somebody from every Fed, at least the major ones that are active on Twitter, right? Okay. Next is going to be the red corner. So Tempest, get out of here.
In the red corner.
So let's see who's last pick for dodgeball.
Oh, it's going to be Jamon last pick.
Red corner is... Sorry, Jamon.
One is last.
Perfect.
So Dionysus, Dio is going to get the red corner. John, this is your best buddy. I know your money's going to be on Dio here. Little inside story on Dio is that he and I recorded a movie review together, and I completely deleted the video seconds after creating it. And I am a big butthead for that. And I owe him not only another recorded version of that video, but a punishment video where I have to watch a movie of his choosing and do basically a book report on it.
I hope that he picks a movie that you hate as much as Chris hates The Notebook.
Yeah, I think he will. All right, let's see who gets the green corner here. Money's on.
Anybody with J-Mont. Anybody with J-Mont.
It's going to stop on the line.
I was about to say, I bet it picks the line
Hey!
before it picks Draymond.
All right, congrats, J-Mont. He's actually really jazzed up for this match. So we've got 2 members of CCPE, which is, I mean, you can throw a rock in a crowd of people and you'll hit 3 members of CCPE at this point. But
Yeah, that's fast.
they will be quasi-allies in this match, so you have to assume that they're going to be one of them will be the favorites to win the match, right?
Oh, Goth is favorite to win the match right now.
You think so?
Oh, dude. His 2 CCPE partners are not tied to him at all. All 3 of them against Tempest and Dio is an easy game show, and Goth goes for the win.
Well, Ricky and Goth have no affiliation.
I mean, okay. Goth is a very persuasive and rich motherfucker.
This is true.
So we'll see how that plays out. I'm going to call it right now. Goth is favorite for this match. One way or another, I think he comes off on this championship.
I think Vegas would probably agree with you there.
That's not a safe bet right there. You want to win some money? It might not be a lot because the pool will be small, but man, that's the safe bet.
All right, let me add another twist here into the fold, okay? This match is not necessarily who writes the best role play. It's 4,000 words, single role play. The way that we're going to determine this is whoever has the lowest scored role play gets eliminated first. And then we follow suit. Then the second lowest role play. So you're really just playing to not be last. And the person who writes the best role play may not necessarily win.
May not even be the winner, right? Yeah, that's right. And like Lexi said, Goth is very strong when he's got his mindset to it. He could hold out long enough to get Tempest and Dio out, and then that's the end of the fight.
Yeah, so what you really need to worry about here is
Draymond sucks, and Dio comes up in next place, then Ricky pulls a win. Not that J-Mont will necessarily suck, but I mean, hey.
So let's
I love you, J-Mont.
Let's play the wait, what's the word I'm looking for? Let's
Devil's advocate?
No. Let's hypothetical. Let's play the hypothetical game, okay? Let's say J-Mont is the worst role play. And I'm not saying he is, right? We're just picking on J-Mont.
It's not such a stretch.
Let's say J-Mont is the worst role play. Okay? He's gone. You put an X over that. That means that if Dionysus is the next to go, Ricky Rodriguez is your new champion.
Right.
Let's say Goth is
the next to go.
Wait, I'll get there. If Goth is the next to go, then Tempest wins, and he's the new champion. But if Ricky or Tempest go out next, let's say Tempest goes out next. So J-Mont and Tempest are both out. Then it becomes a little bit trickier. Because in order for Goth to win, both Dionysus and Tempest have to be out. In order for Ricky to win, both J-Mont and Dionysus have to be out. So if these 3 guys are all out, now you have co-champions. Goth and Ricky would...
Yeah, if Dio's the next one out, if J-Mont and Tempest go out and Dio's the next one, then Goth and Ricky are co-champs.
That's right. Now...
Yeah, this whole thing could go sideways as shit.
Right. So it makes the match interesting because it could roll out a couple different ways. If J-Mont is out first, Tempest is out second, and then let's say Ricky is out third. Now nobody wins. Now
Goth and Dio are co-champs.
Now you know because Goth.
No, there's literally not a winner.
Well, now it's just down to those 2, and you have a 1v1 match to determine who the winner is. Because you can't win until your 2 opposing colors are out. So I know that's a mouthful and it's kind of a brain fuck, but that's the 5-star match, right? And we're gonna run it back a second time here.
Sober is so crazy.
What's that? The stuff I come up with sober is.
The shit that you come up with sober, son, is just ridiculous.
Well, do you want to hear the secret about how I came up with the match?
Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, well, there you go. There you go. If you want to play Magic the Gathering with 5 people, this is how you play it. Because
You don't play a
otherwise,
mono deck. Boring. Come on now.
no, it does. You play any deck you want, but you can't win until the 2 people on the opposite side of the table are out. That's how you win. So, Chris, are you still awake? Are you following
I'm
along?
here. I'm,
What-
I'm,
what-
I'm
huh?
here.
Who?
I'm listening. I'm seeing it. I saw how the first one played out, so I'm interested to see how this one shakes. I don't have any picks. Like, obviously, I want Goth or Jaymont for my own in-character selfish reasons, but I could see it shaking several different ways. What I'm unsure of, and maybe it's just because I'm high as shit and might not have understood. You're saying so whoever has the worst role play is eliminated first.
That's right.
Whoever has the second worst role play is eliminated second.
Yep.
Right? So you want to have the best role play.
Yeah, because if it goes down to the
That
final
still
2,
doesn't guarantee anything. Yeah, it still doesn't guarantee anything.
so
If you're the last eliminated by having the best piece,
But there are ways you could still not win.
yeah, if you have the best piece, you won't be eliminated, but you could still
but there are
lose.
still ways. Well, you could still not win. I wouldn't say you'd still lose, but you could still not win.
And then you have a strong case to be the first contender for
Be the
that
number
belt.
one contender, right?
Yeah. So what we saw in the women's match is that Jessie Lee had the best piece, but it was 1A and 1B with Selena Frost. And we saw Selena Frost and her work in the World Series of Wrestling. Very good. She finished top 10. And she was very good in that match as well. It could have went either way. We went with Jessie, and I don't remember the exact reason, but they were both very good role plays. We went with Jessie, and I said, look, Selena is close, so I'm going to give you the immediate contender shot, the title shot right afterwards, so that they really feel like they both have the belt, right? Because once they have that match together, then you know who's the definitive champion.
Sure.
We're going to get there. So
sounds like some high end upscale fuckery, if I do say so myself.
yeah, it could
Sounds
be.
like it's if it's going to be fun to read. Overall, like the product, I liked the first match. I liked how it came together, and how it played out. So we're gonna see what happens here. I know that you're gonna come out with a champion. Maybe there's a chance that you may not.
No, there will be a champion. There may be multiple. There may be co-champions.
You got 2 belts ready, just in case.
No, they got to share it. They get
That
like
sucks.
partial custody.
That's hilarious.
That's terrible.
Dude, if it were me and I ended up in that position, me and whoever it was would collaborate every role play, handing over the belt back and forth in shared custody.
I haven't thought that far ahead. But
Dude, that would be the fucking play right there. Every role play, anywhere I'm working until the belt goes to somewhere else, we would do a segment in every role play with shared custody handoffs.
oh yeah, we'd be like, look, John and Chris, you guys are both champions, but we have to give the belt to Chris for optics today. He'll give it back to you next weekend, and you get supervised visits, and
Our private jets would meet at some random ass airstrip in the country.
you meet at like a parking,
We'd
a Rite Aid
we'd
parking
walk
lot.
down the stairs,
We would have
we'd
to
walk down the
we would
stairs
have to
and hand the
we would have
belt.
to always meet in Switzerland.
For sure.
I like it. I think it should be fun.
Absolutely,
It should be great.
Toddy. Absolutely.
So there you have it. That's the 5-star match. So Chris, talk to me about Ravenstock. What's up with Ravenstock? Give me
I don't know why you're putting me on the spot live, brother.
because you know everything. All right, then make something up.
Here's the deal.
Shit, that's the
Listen,
thing.
here's what I will say. I'll say this. I don't know a whole lot. What I do know, I'm not comfortable with discussing on the air
That's fair.
or off the air. This is not my business to talk about. Um, I think the card's coming. I don't know. Um, so we'll have to wait for Raven to make an announcement in one way or the other. To the best of my knowledge, and last we spoke, it's still a thing. It's still happening. I just don't know if it's going to happen at the end of the month. I can't tell you that. I don't know. But I'm also not pressuring him to give me an answer. He doesn't owe anybody anything at this point. It's just, he's doing his thing, and he'll let us know when he's ready to let us know, I guess.
Well, let me tell you where I stand on the matter. And
Where do you stand on the matter?
I know that you're expecting a saucy take here, but it's not that saucy. I'm fully prepared to kick the can down the road. A couple months, few months, however many months it takes till everybody's happy and ready to go. And then we'll do it then, So I think in the spirit of the game, it was meant as an event to bring people together, and it'll still be that. So
Sure.
whatever James is dealing with, I hope that he's okay, the family as well, and we'll do it when we do it. So
there's more in play than just Fed stuff. Like there's real life stuff going on, and if he wants you to know, he'll tell you.
Sure. Yeah. No, I understand.
I don't know how else to say it without sounding like I kind of sound like an asshole like that, but I wasn't trying to be. But.
Well, we will carry on, and I can tell you that the Calamity Chamber at the Carnage Carnival, that's a lot of C's, hooray for alliteration, that's still going to happen May 28th, 29th, 30th, and then we're going to follow that up with, I believe Todrick is going to be running an event here, and I'll give some assistance to Toddy on that. And then we got the World Series of Wrestling is really going to kick off in September, but results aren't coming out till October. So there's still things on the calendar, and I hope that everybody at home is doing well. I will make sure I don't take any more vacations because every time I do, everybody just falls apart. So.
That's what happens when you're the godfather of the Illuminati, man.
I guess so. The cornerstone of the Illuminati.
That's the thing.
So I do have a bunch of EFED news that was covered in an EFED news video the other day. Anybody who's watching this video and hasn't watched that one, go ahead and hop over there, get caught up with some of the things that are going on in EFEDing. I think I would love to talk about Denzel Porter, but I think we should reserve that for an entire video dedicated just to that man. So I think squeeze all the juice we can.
I'll do a dedication video to him like I did for you. Don't push
me. Listen, but let's do this. Why don't you guys let me get a hold of Porter and see if he'll come on and just do a show with us, a live stream with us.
Okay. Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah, 100%.
And if he doesn't want to do that, at least let me discuss what he's comfortable with me discussing versus what he's not comfortable with me discussing.
Right.
Oh, I'm not looking for any insight. I don't want any insider information.
I just want a tribute for him.
Yeah, I just want to drool over how much I admire what he's done and how much I'm going to miss his content.
I'll take this. So, you guys out there, if you wanna bombard him with something, you didn't hear it from me, but in real life, his wedding anniversary is this weekend. So he's going on a trip with the missus. So if you guys are out there and you're listening and we get this out, if you're in the room and you're live, don't do it now. If you can remember, maybe on Saturday, everybody just send a massive at Denzel Porter happy anniversary tweet.
We'll get that.
Don't let the cat. Listen, I'm telling you guys in the room right now, if you let the cat out of the bag now and you let it out early and you do it now, It's not going to mean as much if everybody does it on the same fucking day at random fucking times. Just telling you, like that will make his day. He will laugh his ass off about it, especially if he finds out I told you to do it, because it'll be gold. Be a great joke. So, again, you didn't hear it from me, but on Saturday,
all over
at
your Twitter
any point, just at Denzel Porter, wish him a happy anniversary.
That's this Saturday? Is
this Saturday?
The 15th?
As in less than 48 hours from this recording.
I don't know if this video is going to be available before then on YouTube, but for our Twitch folks in the chat.
Oh, trust me, we will get Twitter popped on that. Don't worry about it.
Okay, right on.
Twitter will pick up Denzel Porter hashtags all day.
Yes, for sure. So yeah, we can wrap this one up if you guys are ready, and then we can move on into the next segue into the next show for those still in the chat and or watching live. If you guys are ready to rock and roll.
Yeah, John, send us home.
All right, guys. Well, it has been a pleasure to knock another one of these down. Put another one in the books. Guys, if you are here live, give us just a few minutes. We'll be right back with more content here on the channel. But if you're watching on YouTube, go down below, check out all the links for content in this video. And while you're down there, make sure to smash that like and subscribe. Drop those savage elbows right there on that ding bell so you can keep up to date with all the new content here on Over the Top Network. We've got lots of new things coming out every single week. And we're not stopping. There's new things coming all the time. Stay in touch. We love each and every one of your faces. It's been a pleasure, and we'll see you again next time.